Hello, 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 everyone. Good day, good day, good day to you all. Many blessings. How you doing today? How you being? That's right. Let's actually focus more on how are you being? How are you being today? Rather than how are we doing? We are not human doers, human doings. We're human beings, right? So how are you being today, right? That does not require any kind of action. It simply requires for you just to be you as you are today and rest in that. Gosh, doesn't that sound so good? And then you might say, well, who am I? Like, how do I rest in who I am if I don't know who I am? It's a good question, right? So I actually often encourage clients, I've done this for myself, to write that down as a journaling practice. You know, who am I is number one question. What do I want? Why do I want it? I had a beautiful teacher share that with me, and it's a great practice to stay on top of. Who am I? What do I want? And why do I want it? Highly recommend journaling that once a day and to see what you come up with. And that who am I is so much deeper than you think. Before we launch into our topic today, I want us to take some deep and slow breaths, starting right now. We're going to do 5 breaths. On each breath, I'd like you to breathe into the nose, out through the mouth, and on the out breath, make a sound on each breath. I want you to increase in your capacity of the out breath, right? Meaning by the end, you're just really letting go. Right? So this breath is going to help us ground, relax, be here right now together. All right, so I'm going to count to 3 on each breath. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. One, two, and 3. Sometimes our breath, I don't know if you knew this, if you've done breath work like this, you can actually end up crying in the middle of that breath. You can end up laughing in that breath, and it actually made me laugh. So that's a release of energy. That's releasing energy out of the body that might be stuck. So I'm going to do that one more time because I feel like I need to do more of that. Do it with me, please. 1, 2, and 3. Woo. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for joining me in that breath exercise. Now just returning to a normal breath, just a deeper breath, a relaxing breath, a rhythmic breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Becoming an observer of your breath. Is your breath flowing today? Is it relaxed? Or is it restricted? Just relaxing even more if you feel the restriction. Taking a deep breath. Good. Thank you so much. All right. Well, we are on a conscious parenting theme right now. And I am really looking forward to sharing this topic with you today. Just a little more education around this topic. Basically, the topic is about not letting our past pull us back through reaction, through running, through resisting while parenting our inner child or our child in front of us, which would be maybe you're just your physical child, right, that you have, or children. Okay, so this impulse to be pulled back into our past and not really be in the moment with our child. So living in the present moment with our child as much as possible. That is a great gift as a conscious parent that you offer. And it's not always easy. I understand this. So I did dive a little bit into the mirror effect prior on an audio, as well as the inner child within. And this is just kind of takes it a little deeper, just drills down a little bit more deep into what that really means when we get this impulse to be pulled back into our past. What that really means is you, just as I, have what's called the ego, your ego, edging your God, goddess self out. Your ego is not your amigo. Okay? Your ego has one major job. It's always trying to keep you stuck. Well, and then a couple more. Slow you down and help supposedly keep you safe. Is there even such a thing? Can we control the world outside of us? Can we control disasters? Can we control the deaths of loved ones? Can we control what's happening on this planet to the degree of like trying to control it and make sure nothing ever happens to anyone and then we never have anyone suffer? No, we can't. So is safety even real? There's an internal safety that you can feel where you kind of get rid of that word. It's just, I feel good. I feel okay. And no matter what, I'll be okay. It's just this internal knowingness. Kind of negates even need to use the word safety anymore. So that being said, we have this ability to live in the present moment, in the now. And the ego doesn't want that, because in the now, in the present moment, we're going to be leading more into the truth and our soul self, and not being pulled back by trauma or wounding or old kind of recordings of the past that supposedly are now creating the present moment, right? Because this is not true. This is an illusion. Often the past denotes fear and anxiety and worry and these, like I said, these recordings that say this is how it always is going to be. This is how it is. These irrational beliefs, these limiting beliefs, right? That get pulled into the now. Well, how do you think that affects your child within you? How do you think that affects your child without you? I'll tell you what it does is that a simple situation such as sitting at a table with your child and they spill a glass of milk. If you yourself were treated poorly when you spilled something, like it was a mistake and you were viewed as wrong and you were judged and they were like, clean up the milk, right? You may yourself feel this heaviness when that milk spills, that you're just wanting to be loving and say, sweetie, can you go get a cloth and please clean that up? But there's this other energy, this reactivity, right? And you just feel it. It comes over you like a wave, and it's so much heavier in that moment than it could be, right? And so it's like our wounding and from the past is literally causing this reactivity inside you that just takes you out of the moment, takes you out of the present moment, right? Another way that we respond in the moment sometimes with the child within us is, again, if that milk was to spill, we might react really harshly to ourselves, to the child within us. Our child's kind of like, oops, and then we're like, what's your problem? You're stupid. What are you thinking? Like judging yourself harshly, right? That's when the internal judgment comes in. And the poor child within you is like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this is still happening. This happened when I was a child. I need you to do it differently now. Can I have compassion and love, please? Finally, at last, right? So it's this simple kind of experience, yet not easy, of starting to notice yourself. There's also such a thing as running and resisting. We can actually run from our child. We can run from our child in front of us again and within us, right? We feel like, being around them or bring around this child inside of us is they're too emotional, they want too much, they're too needy, and I just don't want to be around you. I'm just going to schedule a lot more things and get really busy with work and hang out with my friends a lot more. And I don't really enjoy being a parent inwardly or outwardly. So I'm just going to get real busy. I'm going to run away from my deeper pain and my deeper wounding. I don't want to feel it, right? So we run, we distract, we avoid through running, right? And so another way is we resist. We actually just resist the whole thing. We're actually in front of the child within us, in front of the child without us. And we're pushing on them. We're kind of trying to control everything, right? You need to do it like this. Don't act like that. Trying to kind of resist the situation before it even happens. Like, I don't want to feel like that. So I'm going to have you just not be like that, right? So we resist on ourselves. We resist on our children. And it's very controlling. It's a very controlling way of parenting. It's definitely not conscious. Conscious is loving our child with love and compassion and care and deep understanding and recognition and acknowledgement that's sincere. Not judgmental, not pushy, not controlling, not authoritarian, very just mindful of this other being in front of you that is equal to you, not separate from you, not a different level because they're smaller or younger, that you're equal to your child. There's equanimity, right? So powerful and so important. Because I'm going to tell you something. Your child can feel this domination that happens sometimes between you and your inner child and your outer child, right? It happens. I'm not saying there's anything wrong or bad about it. It can happen though, right? And it might be on just a weak moment, feeling tired, feeling just a little stressed. We don't show up extremely conscious. We show up more unconscious, and it's really unfortunate and not fun, right? It makes parenting not enjoyable. Believe me, I have been there. For those of you who know me, I have children, and for those of you who don't know me, I do. I have multiple children, and I have been through every facet of this journey of loving being a parent, not enjoying being a parent, feeling so challenged with the inner child within me that's not feeling like she's getting what she needs when they want what they need, right? It's like, you want me to get you a glass of milk? Okay, how about get me a glass of milk? I didn't get a glass of milk when I was a child like I wish I'd got a glass of milk. I was kind of on my own quite a bit. I was really treated very independently and took a lot of care of myself on my own quite a bit. I was seen as wise and creative and powerful, and they just thought I got it handled. Meanwhile, I really needed, just like you, more love and acknowledgement and attention. I sincerely did. So I've been healing my inner child for these years and really giving her what she needs as much as possible so she can move forward and heal. So I am very grateful for this time with you today. I hope this was helpful. There's a little lesson, and so we can just start becoming more conscious of our impulses to be pulled back into the past, rather respond to the energy that's in front of us. Responding is very different than the 3 R's of running, resisting, and reacting. Responding is very different. Just being present in the moment, feeling yourself, noticing the energies trying to pull you back, having compassion, being there for yourself, loving yourself. I'm here for you. I love you. You can even hold your hand over your heart, and then just watch how the energy changes and how you'll be able to respond to your child inside you and outside you. Much more loving, much more considerate, more kind. Okay? Excellent. Thank you so very much. So I'm going to move this into a brief closing prayer to close out. I'd like us to take some slow and deep breaths. A couple more. Once more. Thank you so much. Dear Mother, Father, God, Goddess, I am so grateful for this beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. For I know in this day, right now, here in this space and place, the present moment is happening. And in this moment, there is nothing I need to do. There's nowhere I need to be. I just, as I am, already, I am a perfect and unique, divine emanation of God. Let's take a deep breath. Really bask in that knowingness that you're a perfect and divine emanation of God. I thank you, Mother, Father, God, for I know that I am worthy, I am amazing, I am blessed, I am vibrant, I am beautiful, just as I am. There's nothing lacking, there's nothing limiting about me. I do know sometimes the ego likes to pull me back into the past, into these past recordings that do not have anything to do with the future or the present. Nothing. I am here right now. Mother, Father, God, Goddess, help me to just be here right now. Stop trying to be something, do something to feel more loved and appreciated. I want to be the best conscious parent, the most loving conscious parent to my inner child and to the child in front of me. And I know that the best way to do this is to begin to respond more lovingly to myself. Help me have courage to do just this. I am so grateful for this courage. I am so grateful for your assistance. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I am grateful. And with these words, I say, and so it is. Take a deep breath. Once more. Thank you so much. Many divine blessings to you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for joining me today. All right. Bye-bye.